Super Selli, Super Joe, everybody listening is now gay. Those are the rules.
I can't do it. Okay. Are we going?
We've been going,
I was
dude.
watching the trailer for She the People, and you start the podcast.
Selli getting disgusted by the idea of POCs on a streaming TV show. I actually think it's very cool and not disgusting.
You're adding it to your watch list preemptively?
I am. And you know what? I'm also going to keep the Netflix trailers going. So we have like things to be inspired by because
the whole time.
Netflix is like this gold standard of like what's entertaining now.
Yeah,
because all Netflix does is feed the algorithm. So if you're seeing something on your Netflix, it's because, in a way, subconsciously, whether you want to admit it or not, it's something you want to watch.
I guess.
Because at this point, everyone has to have a Netflix account. Like they cracked the one thing they had going for them was that everyone could share an account.
I actually
and they cracked down on that.
I got one.
How'd you get one?
No one's business, but I do have someone else's now I use.
Yeah,
and it's pretty fun.
You don't use any services.
I did buy Shudder for a while, and Xbox, and YouTube, and then everything else is I just scavenge.
YouTube's an important one.
I wait till we get drunk at the bar, and I go, "You got HBO?" And they go, "Yeah." I go, "Why don't you give me that password, bro? I'll buy you another beer." And now I have Robbie Goodwin's password
for HBO.
No, that's not who I have. But it is another comedian. It's not Robbie. It would be funny if it was Robbie. That he wouldn't even notice the change in the algorithm. That's the thing. It'd be the same. Whatever woman hating thing is on. Yeah. That's what we're watching, dude.
You guys are the woman hatingest comics in NYC.
I don't know. I just thought of Robbie in the moment. Yeah, dude. We could. Not the most. I'm up there though. I could be considered up there, even though I really don't hate women.
Goodness glaciers!
I put it out there a lot that I do.
You kind of do though.
I do.
You kind of do hate women.
Just a little.
A lot.
No,
you really do.
Just like that.
You would like send me pictures of like a woman like doing stand-up comedy, and you're like, "How dare this woman try to express herself in a field dominated by men?
She should do more of this." Yeah. And then I send you serial killer crime scene
like
photos.
gifs of like sexual assault,
no,
and you were like, "I'd love to be on the receiving end of this." Like, and then you would also follow up and say, "Not in the bad way, but I'm the one giving." I'm the guy giving it to the bitch.
I don't think there's gifs of that.
Yeah, there are.
You think they're out there somewhere?
I know there are.
You know there are.
Yeah, woman slap dot gif.
Oh, you mean just basic assault. I thought you meant like assault.
Oh, what, like a rape
Like
gif?
a rape.
You
2 minutes in.
You make those yourself, dude. You film those and you like just upload it so that way Google Photos is like, here's a memory from 5 minutes ago. Ooh. And it's you sticking it to a bitch in your words, dude.
In my words?
Shit. Yeah.
Sticking it to
you would
a
always
bitch,
like
dude.
You'd always be like, here's a hey, I'm applying to this comedy festival. Here's a submission tape. And you're like, it's a woman just like on film, and it's like a handheld camera, and she's like crying, like, please let me go. And I'm like, Selli, not that kind of submission. And you're like, oh, mamma mia.
Hey, word it better. They should word those things better. I don't hate women. It's just every woman I meet is like, I hate men, so I just say I hate women.
Well, maybe you should get out of Brooklyn.
That is true. Well, it's in Manhattan,
You're
too.
in Brooklyn. Brooklyn is like capital.
That
like,
is.
Man, like, it's illegal to be a man in Brooklyn.
They hate us until they swipe right on us all the time on dating apps.
Unless a doctor gave you your penis.
Ooh.
They hate you here in Brooklyn.
That is true. They hate me around their friends when we go on a date. Yeah. Everything's good.
You hate women.
I do. I hate women.
You especially hate Brooklyn women.
Brooklyn women I do hate. I'm not going to lie. That is not... These aren't the women I was taught about when I was a kid. You know what I mean? The women I knew, they wanted to get married, have children, and stay at home. And why is that so hard to find in Brooklyn?
Because who wants to get married, dude? Who wants to get married and stay at I actually do want to get married and just stay at home.
Well, that's a lot of what's going on right now with the younger boys, like a generation lower than us. They're like, actually, I do want to get married and have kids because they're jacking off to porn so much at an early age that it desensitizes
them. It gives them brain
them.
rot, yeah.
Yeah. But not us, dude. We had the best porn, and we were exposed to it the right amount.
Well, it's like we got the internet porn where it wasn't the best internet porn.
No, definitely not.
And you had to like carve out time for it because
Yeah.
you didn't have a computer in your pocket.
No, dude,
in fucking high school,
dude, for real. You had to get home before parents got home.
Mm-hmm.
You get one out of the way, and then you had to wait till they went to bed because it was the
Yeah.
family computer, and they used that shit during the night.
But then you also have to be like careful about it too.
Deleting
'cause,
the
like,
history.
Yeah, you got to
Oh, I
figure
got
out
caught,
the history.
dude.
Yeah, I would always get
My
caught.
mom brought me out to eat and like dropped it on me in the middle of dinner. It was so
Oh,
embarrassing.
she brought you to a public location.
a public a diner.
Because I know you would. I know you would like fucking like blame her. You're like, you fucking bitch. You have no right to fucking. And she's like, Selli, it's like what you're watching is a snuff film.
This is even regular porn.
It's not okay.
Three guys.
Most people like they just have sex and that's that. You're watching stuff. He pulls out a gun. He shoots her. He's
Should I
stabbing.
shoot my mom in the arm? Oh, you mean in the video?
in the videos.
Oh
My
yeah,
God.
3 guys, 1
My
hammer,
God,
dude.
Alexander.
I thought about it when she brought it up. I was like, "Do you want
You
to
thought
end
about
up
killing your mom?
like one of those videos, mom?" And she was like, "Relax, I'm your mom."
It sucks when your parents like when you
So
find out your
embarrassing.
parents know like you have like lust in your heart.
It's embarrassing
Because
dude.
like in a way it's like, oh, I'm not their baby anymore. Now I'm just
No.
like a fucking pervert.
you also just
I'm their
yeah.
pervert creation now.
It's also they have to know now you're still gonna do that. Just be more discreet. And they're
Yeah,
still
well, like
looking-
it's like my mistake. My problem is getting caught. Damn, dude, if I get sick from you, I'm gonna fucking sue your ass. I'm gonna sue your ass, dude.
I say it's allergies, but it could be regular sickness.
Nah, it's probably allergies, dude. Everyone has that shit right now with
Everyone.
all the pollen and nonsense.
And I work with kids, so
Oh, kids will get you sick though.
they get you.
Kids
sick.
have the fucking crappiest immune system. You ever like
Grossest,
kids
dude.
like get sick all? Remember those kids that would get sick all the fucking time?
Yeah, they're the
dude?
ones whose hands were always wet.
Yeah, or like they always had they always seem like a little greasy.
They wipe their faces on the sleeve, dude.
Kids are fucking vile.
Yeah.
You know when you really think about it.
oh, dude, they're walking germs, and
Yeah.
then they say crazy shit to you, and you have to be like,
And it's like
Don't do that.
And like to raise a kid is fucking expensive.
you have to. Well, when I was a kid, they said it was $200,000, right?
From birth
to 18.
But it's probably closer to $500,000.
$500,000 now because inflation and everything else.
And just like expectations too.
If your kid's trans, 1 million guaranteed.
At least $1 million,
guaranteed million.
I feel like that wave has died down.
the trans.
Yeah, the trans people are afraid to be trans.
Well, I think
now.
the kids who grew up who were having kids while everyone was like, "Oh yeah, just tell your kid can be whatever they want," kind of paid attention and just reeled it in a little bit instead of just there was a lot of people being like, "Yeah, my kid's trans," and you're like, "They're 6." They're like, "Well, they said they were a girl, so I just got them
I
all the
believe
girl
them,
stuff,"
yeah.
and you're like. Dude, my mom, when I was a kid, she had Barbies, and I was like, "Can I play with your Barbies?" And she was like, "Sure." And she let me play with them. and I think,
faggot.
yeah,
Look at this little fucking fag. Hey, everyone. Be sure to message Alex Thomas Selli on all social media at Silly Selli. Let him know how gay he was for
Hey.
playing with Barbies as a fucking boy.
but I didn't play with them. I just took their clothes off, and I was like, "This is it." And she was like, "Yeah."
You took
and
your
then you
clothes
could
off,
like,
you sucked on their titties.
yeah, I sucked their feet actually at a young age. But I was like, "Is this it?" My mom was like, "Yeah, this is pretty much what girls do," and I was like, "I'm good." And I just went back to doing what I was doing. My mom wasn't like, "Oh, you're trans now." You know, what I mean, she wouldn't either. She would have rather killed me than that. But,
Yeah. Thank
she's one of
God.
those.
Good mom.
My mom is so happy I'm not gay.
Is that what she told you on Mother's Day?
No, but she's like, I noticed I went through like my incel phase, and I noticed.
I think you're still in an incel phase. It's just like every once in a while. Now they're just banging like a fucking skank or a child.
All right,
To
well,
appease the fucking anger, the beast that's in your heart.
they're skanky children.
Mm-hmm.
All right, first of all. Second of all, yeah, when I started bringing chicks home, when I moved back in with my mom, she was like, "Thank God." You know what I mean? Thank God I let you leave and you came back straight.
When you see like your mom's like at the breakfast table and like some fucking girl walks down the stairs wearing a fucking Spider-Man shirt, right? She's wearing your
That's all
lucky.
she had to wear, dude.
Yeah, she's wearing your lucky Spider-Man shirt. You fucking come down. You're wearing like fucking Spider-Man pajama bottoms and stuff.
Yep.
And you're like, "Hey, mom, how about 2 French toasts? Huh?
Right. And
One
she's
for
like-
me and one for my lady."
And she's so happy, dude.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Thank God it's
She's
not
so
a
happy
man."
you come down with the smell of pussy on your mouth, fingers, and pee-pee.
I don't know if she smells it, but
She would,
she,
dude.
she can smell the scent of another. What are they? What's a female? Another lioness. In
Yeah,
her
she can
midst,
smell the
dude.
gash, dude. Gash can smell their own.
But all women can smell gash. That's a thing.
Yeah, they love it too.
Dude.
They love it.
I've said it before on numerous podcasts, but I never got laid when I was trying to get laid and wasn't hooking up. But once I started hooking up with women, all the other women came out of the fucking woodwork, dude. Being like, "Oh my god, finally!"
Because they're not an incel.
I know they they see it in your walk, dude.
Sure, you gotta je ne sais quoi. They think you're très cool.
Something like that, dude. Drake. Oh, Green Day.
Yeah,
I
that also means very cool.
I thought he was gay.
That all of Green Day is kind of gay.
Pretty gay.
I thought Green Day was kind of gay because I didn't think they were like real punk.
I heard when I was numerous women told me this. Girls when I was in 8th grade, they all saw Green Day at the concert, and they said Billy Joe Armstrong jacked off into a bucket on stage.
Nice.
I don't know if it was simulated, but you know,
he was probably just like,
that's
like
what I mean.
pretending
Or
to
maybe he
jerk
was
off.
doing that. Yeah, but the fact that they said that he jacked off into a bucket on stage, and I was like, that would be like, that's like a crime.
No, it's not.
But if there's like underage girls in the audience and you whip out your dick, isn't that like
Not
a problem?
punk rock, dude.
It's punk rock. They're
Have you
not
ever
punk
done that?
rock. It's American.
You've done that,
It's
though.
American Idiot. I've not done that.
You've done that on stage.
Never done the naked show or nothing, dude.
Do you still do stand-up comedy?
Yes.
Nice.
Just, not as much as I'd like to do.
Nice.
Fuck.
I actually quit.
You quit?
Yeah, I quit.
No.
Yeah.
I don't believe it. I don't ever believe you.
I'm a full-time podcaster now and a full-time fucking watching Netflix guy.
You're going to watch the new Netflix Tom Segura show?
I can't wait for Tom Segura's Bad Thoughts. This episode of Super Selli Joes brought to you by Netflix is Tom Segura's Bad Thoughts from the twisted, dark, and beautiful mind of Tom Segura.
He's lurking, dude. He's looking at people. I see people sharing that he sees that when they mention him.
Oh, God. Do you think that's like every other comic that thinks like they have some AI program when really they're just stalking
There you
us?
go.
They're just watching the fucking
It
pod.
is him. It's him watching
Look, man,
the pod, dude.
views of this podcast have been through the roof.
Oh, yeah. Everyone, thank you for listening to the Big T episode.
It's going viral, dude.
meant a lot.
We can't even stop it, dude. It's becoming
It's
a
viral
sensation.
for us, dude.
People are stopping Selli on the street, and they're like, "Are you Tom Spaghetti?" And he says, "Mamma Mia, the one and only." Dude. They're having him sign like fucking like pasta they picked up at the grocery store and
I'll
shit.
never open this, I swear.
Yeah, yeah. He's gonna. I want to get like I want to get like a fucking photo in a New York restaurant famous.
That'd be cool.
You don't get much more famous. That's like a nice.
You go to the Joe's.
Yeah, you go to Joe's. It's like a picture of us just like eating giving a thumbs up, eating a slice, dude.
I'll do it, dude.
Hell
I'd
yeah.
love that. That's a goal. That could be cool. One
That's
day.
a noble goal too.
Yeah, it's not like get away with it, if you know what I mean.
Right.
Get into my twilight years and be like, no articles written about me. They knew to keep their mouths shut.
Do you think the cancel wave is over?
Well, for certain things, yeah, dude. Like the Impractical Jokers are fine. You know what I mean?
Are they? I mean, like they haven't done anything.
They haven't done anything, but is True TV?
But I mean, they also
gone?
haven't done anything
Yeah.
to warrant cancellation. Having sex with a delicious little teenager? Come on. Would you ever do that? Would you ever bring them back to your hotel room?
No,
Why not?
not like.
I'd make them sign away. First, I'd make
Yeah,
sure.
you gotta do that.
First, as always,
How old are you? Yeah,
Kelly's dead.
Telly's dead.
Kelly's dead.
21. I'm big on 21 plus.
Kelly's dead. Finn has passed away because, as I've said, like I wouldn't feel comfortable. Honestly, like if Kelly did die and I had to take care of Finn and Bubs, I would not date until they passed away.
Yeah, what can you do? Well, well, no, you gotta date with Finn alive. Dude.
Never.
Finn will get you some sniz. Dude.
I can always get another dog for that.
That is true. Okay, you got Finn for like love and affection, but when you want to go get some puss,
Yeah, I get.
you bring this other
I
little
walk a different dog.
little wiener dog out, wheel him around town.
I'm ready to get a Chihuahua.
They'll, you're just
yeah,
gonna,
dude, I'd definitely bring-
Hispanic women are gonna love you.
Yeah, dude, you got to bring him back to the hotel room
Yeah, well, I'm big on like over 21 and
maybe a little under.
no.
You can go up to
gotta-
18.
If you're a celebrity, you should just be like, yeah, over 21's fine. Clearly, anything below is recording everything you say and is waiting 15 years to say something.
But
you
if
know what
you
I mean?
you can get like, I mean, you can be like Jerry Seinfeld, where it's just like, well, you dated a 17-year-old.
They have to be super hot.
All they can do is like point out that you did it. They can't be
Yeah.
like you're a fucking pedophile.
Right. There's also not all these texts and shit going around from Jerry Seinfeld, even though it's clear he, What?
What?
Whatever.
What'd he do?
She complaining?
What are the texts?
No, is
Because it was pre-text era.
yes. What's her name complaining? No, she's probably got a paid for Upper West Side
Fucking
apartment.
loved
yeah.
it. Yeah, she's like 40 now too, which is also funny.
What's she gonna do? But is she gonna complain now? If she did, then we'll hear her out. But it's like, did you see the Cassie thing for Diddy?
Oh, what happened with that?
She's in trial, being like, yeah, when I was 21, I did all these things, but I was young and I just wanted to hang out with Diddy, so
Yeah.
I was manipulated. It's like no.
Uh-oh.
Here comes me.
Here comes lawyer Selli, dude.
It's what age do women have agency? That's all I want to know. That's all I want to know. Is it
after the age of 25.
apparently?
After the age of 25.
It's like 21-year-olds are like la-di-da. I don't know what I'm doing. 21-year-old dudes
I'll
are
tell
retards. We call them retarded all the time.
It's not great for the women's suffrage movement.
It's not, dude. Why? Listen, if I'm just saying, if we have age of consent and age you're allowed to drink, when are women allowed to have the decisions? Because it seems like those two don't matter to women. You know what I mean?
Whoa.
Well, she's on stage on the stand being like, I was young, I didn't know any better. It's like, you didn't know any better to not have orgies with underage people. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I know better.
You see
Don't even try.
You see how P. Diddy aged like fucking 40 years?
Prison when they're like, you're fucked.
Like prison, and also like you don't have all like that. You can't have like your hair care products.
Yeah,
and shit.
or dude. I mean, black people need their lotion, dude.
Yeah, they love lotion.
They love it, and he had baby oil, so he was just taking a dunk in it every day.
He would like come out of the baby oil like a fucking vampire in a pool of blood.
For
he just like comes out of it, and he's
Like,
he like fucking pushes his hair back. And
underworld
shit. Yeah.
vampires. He's like, bah, bah, no 13-year-olds today, bah.
He comes out. He comes.
That's
Damn,
an
that'd be fucking
Underworld
tight. I feel like in the world of like celebs, like they are like almost like vampires in that sense.
Dude. They don't get. Also, too. Let's be real. Most celebrities were like fucked into it. It seems like they were young. They went around to the parties. They got fucked a lot, and now they're old and they're like, "What's the big deal?"
It's like they're in the party, so they get like a bunch of like compromising photos taken.
Yeah,
and then like their payment for their silence is they get to be the ones breaking in like the next generation.
And it's all.
And you know who's to blame for all of this? It's the Jews that run Hollywood.
That is true. The Jews.
You know?
I agree.
That's what it all comes down to.
No, it's just dude. I'm not saying Cassie. I don't know what Cassie really went through. I'm just saying there's a lot lately of women being like, "Well, I was 21 and I didn't know any better." It's like, yes, you did. Yes, we did. Like, you knew better. You just didn't think you'd get caught. Like, dude, I drank and drove at 21. I knew better. I just did it because I was fucking retarded.
Well, there's also like this era of feeling like you're invincible and experiencing.
And I was, because I made it.
True freedom for the first time in your life.
Yeah.
Like 20s are figuring out like true freedom, and then like your 30s are like understanding true freedom, and then having like finances to enable that.
Yeah, and I don't know, man. These people, whatever, dude. I was fucking around. I got arrested when I was 21 for selling weed. They didn't take it easy on me.
No, they
You know what I
didn't.
mean? I got
They
fucked.
threw you in the cat. They were like, we caught this man with over 3 ounces of marijuana and 7 terabytes of child pornography.
You always got to add something.
You're going away for a long time. The smoky child fingerer is what they called you.
The smoky child fingerer.
Yeah, in the streets of Connecticut, because you'd always be like, "Sorry, man, I smoked all the weed, but here's some child porn to hold you over."
There you go. Yeah. Sorry, man, I don't have that dime for you, but if you want to do a dime, check this.
How about
flash drive
here's a
out.
couple photos on the house. To what you're what the first taste is always you just give them like some fucking
like
you give them a photo and like first one's always free, and they're like, I never asked for this. this is stomach churning, and you're like the first one's always free. The name's spaghetti. Let me know if you ever want another taste.
Oh my god, dude. No, I didn't do that. just in case.
It's just you want to have your little yes offense fucking warning like.
Oh, I won't have that with the new
following
season.
of this is warning. This podcast is just fucking bits and jokes, and
Yeah.
no one.
South
we
Park
don't want
does
anyone
it.
to get hurt.
It's no problem. I do it. Everyone gets mad, dude. Everyone
Well,
makes
it's
fun of me.
like it's funny because it's so preemptive.
It's just,
Where
dude,
it's like
they
it's like, look, I know this could end some fucking careers, but
they came, dude. I did this in the Shane Gillis era. All right, they came for Shane over him being.
but they didn't come for. They tried, but now he's like more rich and famous than ever.
So if they ever come for me, I just have something that goes.
well,
fuck
no,
off.
I mean like Shane Gillis kind of set like a precedent of like no, like if anything,
Yeah.
if
well, I
you
hope
if you
so.
try to cancel people and then like if people actually like review the material, then it's like, oh, this is actually very funny.
Yeah. Well,
And now Shane Gillis took Bud Light away from that
Yeah.
beautiful little. What was that?
Dylan
fucking-
Mulvaney.
Yeah, you got a crush on her.
yeah, she had a Mulvaney penis.
Yeah.
It was real veiny.
Well, like I've seen you like fucking cranking it to like
When?
trans porn.
When were you? When? First
Because
of all,
I was like, I was looking at your set list and you wrote TP, and I was like, why are you riffing about toilet paper? And you're like, that's not toilet paper, that's trans porn. And I'm like, all right, why did you write TP 45 times on this set list? And you're like, I got a lot to talk about.
I'm not into trans porn. I've accidentally seen it once or twice.
Oh,
and
once
clicked
or
out of
twice, that's
it.
all it takes, dude. That's
Clicked
all
out.
it takes.
I click out immediately.
After 20 minutes, I was finally able to click out.
It's not for me.
The X button was covered under a sea of cum.
Yo, it really. The people have like actually broken that down for me. Where I'm like, that makes sense, but it's still not for me. Where they're like, dude, it's just a girl with a dick.
It's
like, you
actually
jack
like-
off to a guy fucking a chick, and I'm like, yeah, I guess just the unnaturalness of it.
It almost feels like AI generated.
It goes against God. Let's be real, okay? And like, if you're gonna jack off, you just have to say sorry after.
You want to
That's
look
what
at
I
a big
believe.
natural dick.
Yes.
What if it's just like a natural trans woman though, like a natural hermaphrodite?
Does it all work? I mean,
Yeah, everything
It all
works.
works the same.
Yeah, it actually would say some even say would work better than.
I guess that.
Yeah.
You know, I guess
So you
that
would-
is actually the gray area.
So
Where,
you would masturbate to
No,
hermaphrodite?
I
porn.
wouldn't. I'm just saying
You
that
would.
is the gray area where if you're like, I'm not gay, I'd be like, I guess not.
I guess I could jerk off to a little bit of HP hermaphrodite porn.
Maybe. No, not for
Why
me.
not?
Oh man, it's just I don't know, it's my brain. I dude, if I could be whatever
Do you
all
think-
these
do you
comics
think-
want me to be so I could be booked, do you think I wouldn't do it?
You think if your parents forced you to watch gay porn, which,
Ugh.
as we know, most comedians that are in a relationship with trans or non-binary people were forced to watch
We know this.
hardcore pornography at an early age in what is often now considered a form of grooming.
Yeah, I didn't watch it that young now that I think about it. and I
When did
found
you
it
start
myself.
watching porn?
I think like 7th or 8th grade, and I didn't watch it. I went over to my friends, and he was like, "Check this out," and just
Yeah.
put it in, and I was like,
Nice.
"Word!" And we watched it together hard. It didn't jack off, and that was that.
That's the way it is. So you like think about it, and then you go home and jack off.
You have to, yeah. You have like I'm not one of those. Like, there's a lot of dudes in the world who have been like, "Yo, we just go under different blankets." Like, not me,
No, dude, you gotta like.
I've told it
Because
on
you
here
can
before.
still hear your friend like, oh,
Dude, I was
fucking-
at me and my boys. We were watching like American Pie Beta House.
Nice.
It's just tits the whole movie.
the most erotic of the fucking
Dude.
American Pie spinoffs.
We were getting horned up, me and my boys.
You were like, let me just bend over a little bit, dude. I bet your asshole looks
okay,
like a pussy.
no. That did not happen.
You're confessing to like the craziest shit, dude.
You're intervening before I could say what I did.
Talking about, dude.
So me and my boys watching Beta House.
Yeah,
Everyone's hard.
everyone's getting hard as shit, dude. You
Everyone's-
were like,
Yo, stop,
people were like,
pause.
dude, whatever. I bet your mouth doesn't even feel like a fucking woman's, dude. And you were like, yeah, I bet I won't even fucking come, dude.
No, everyone's hard.
And you're like, look at this faggot Selli, dude. He came in the minute his cock went in my asshole, dude. Selli's so fucking gay, dude.
No, it didn't happen. Everyone's hard. Everyone's enjoying the movie, and one of my boys goes, it wouldn't be that weird if we all just jacked off privately, and I was the one who went, no, you fag, like mad loud, and that was that.
Like you were just like jerking off in front of everyone. And
No.
you were like, it'd be fucking gay if we did it all separately.
No, yes, no. I said no one's jacking off in my basement.
No one's jacking. No one's jacking off. That delicious cum is going right in my mouth.
Everyone,
Not a drop will be spilt on the ground.
Ookie cookie, but it's me.
Yeah, I'm the cookie.
No, that's why I moved to New York, dude. My friend.
Let's play Ookie Cookie.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, boys, my asshole is called Cookie.
No, that didn't happen, dude. Fuck off. Did not happen.
All right, dude. I don't know,
Furious, you
dude.
try to set me up.
I don't know, dude. I've heard things, dude. I've seen stuff. I've heard the rumors.
I'm the coolest guy you know.
Yeah, you fucking. I'm sorry. Is this boring you recounting all of your homosexual acts and vying whether or not you'd have sex with a trans woman?
It's the same thing we do every week, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much.
Same thing we do every night. Talk about trans people.
Yeah. Well, maybe if they didn't, pop up in the news every day. No, I'm just kidding.
I think that's dying down.
Yeah, I hope so.
Fuck, dude. I can't believe this. I hope it doesn't fucking flood. I wonder if we're gonna.
You
get a flood
live on the
warning.
second floor.
Yeah, but if the basement fucking floods, that still sucks.
It means nothing to you. What do you have down there?
I don't know.
A child?
Nothing, but might fuck up delivery for the night. If the roads don't close, how am I gonna eat?
No, man. Well, what else? I flicked up some stuff just in
good,
case
dude.
one of these moments happened. Did you see the fat black lady statue in Times Square?
Yeah, well, who is that? What did she do? What did she invent?
It is Shaniqua. Like, that's what they should call it. It's not a regular name. Like, if they were to name
yeah,
it.
isn't it funny? It's like, oh, you want a fucking statue? Here you go. When it just looks stereotypically black.
Dude, it's horrible. It looks like the girl who's like, you want me to do what? I'm on my break. Like, literally looks like she just got done saying, I'm on my break.
Yeah.
Or like, that's why you shouldn't be dating them white girls. Like, literally,
Yeah.
she looks like she's saying everything stereotypically black.
Right.
Like, just sitting there going, I told you not to do that. And look what you did. You did it, and don't you look stupid now? Dating them white girls, huh? That's all it looks like it's saying.
Yikes. Terrifying.
Am I wrong?
No.
She
But like, what is it? Is it just? It's just like, oh, there's too many white guys that have done stuff in New York City.
So we got a black
How about
woman
a fucking,
who does nothing.
here's a fucking black bitch.
Yeah.
Here you go. You want something?
And she's in like it's like bad dress. She's not dressed nice. She's in a t-shirt and those ill-fitting sweatpants. I don't think she has a fat ass either, which is really
No, it's
insulting.
just like they make her look frumpy.
Her
and
titties are
fucking-
terrible, dude.
Yeah.
She has bad tits.
So they got that. Okay, so like the only statues I can think of in recent New York history that have like broken the news is this fat bitch and this black bitch in Times Square, and that defiant little girl
with
in
the-
Wall Street,
the bull.
across from the bull when
Yeah.
all those when the Harvey Weinstein accusations.
That's when they put her up.
Yeah,
It's really weird.
one girl defiant. Something I think around that time.
To the bull. They moved it now too.
They ended up moving the girl, not the bull.
Oh,
Because like the girl was like a commentary on the bull statue, and then like the artist of the bull was like, that changes the initial meaning of my statue, so remove it.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And it's like, what a faggot.
It was like a thing of them being like, oh, we're standing up to Wall Street with this, except Wall Street still exists and robs people.
Yeah, well, like the bull like represents like the tenacity and the unrelenting power of Market Street, and then like the defiant girl is like, no, fuck you.
No, actually, I'm not gonna fuck a finance guy tonight.
But then like GameStop shit happened,
Yeah.
and then it's like, oh well, you actually don't have control over.
No,
the
dude,
fucking-
we're fucked. We're pawns in a game. We're cogs in the machine, brother.
You come close to fucking up the system, and look what happens.
I know, dude. They shut you down.
It's kind of crazy. And then like people just went on doing shit as if it fucking matters.
Oh, dude, it's the same. It's just another classic, as my dad would say, another classic scenario of a white man keeping the brother down, and he's white, which is crazy. He'd say that.
But that's okay.
Oh, he'd say the man keeping a brother down. That's what he'd say.
Nice. So in that case, your father was part of a brother.
Yeah, he's like, my
Just
dad
keeping us brothers down.
It's the man, dude. The man. Like an undercover brother.
Yeah.
The man's just a guy behind the desk. That movie rules, by the way. Can we talk about
You
how
want to do
we
a
should-
undercover brother watch along?
that would be amazing, dude.
Conspiracy theory brother.
Dude, so funny.
Young, beautiful Denise Richards before Charlie
So
Sheen gave
hot.
her fucking AIDS.
Yeah, dude. That's how you know women are dumb, dude. When you see a dime piece like Denise Richards prancing around, and then she's like, "I fucked Charlie Sheen." It's like, okay, so yeah,
So
women are
yeah, you're
stupid.
retarded.
She had a good, she did Tammy and the T-Rex,
Yeah.
really good. Her
She
and Paul
did-
Walker,
She did
Wild Things.
Wild Things was incredibly
She's a
erotic.
Bond girl.
Yeah.
Worst.
Worst fucking Bond movie though.
It's not a good Bond movie, but
Awful.
she
Tomorrow
looks
Never
so
Dies.
hot in it.
So did Terry Richards in that too.
Is that her or Monica Bellucci? There's Monica Bellucci in the other one. That's the
Monica
one with.
Bellucci was not in a James Bond
Yeah,
movie.
she is, dude. She's bad. She's the bad bitch.
No, she was.
She's the one with
You're thinking of Irreversible.
No. it's The World Is Not Enough. Watch.
No, The World Is Not Enough. Monica Bellucci's not in that.
You're wrong.
Watch, dude.
You're
now it's gonna
wrong,
fucking.
man.
It's gonna say like Tom Spaghetti's a fucking retard.
No, I'm right.
Nope. Here it comes, dude.
You're wrong, dude.
No, you're wrong,
boy.
dog.
Who's the...
Look, see?
Damn.
Terry
dude.
Richards, dude.
No, it's
Terry Hatcher.
Sophia Marikow. Marisau, this bitch? She was the one. She was the bad
Yeah,
one.
Sophie Marceau. That's not.
Sophie Marceau. She's...
That's
I
a
thought it was-
different French actress.
It's,
Monica Bellucci's someone else.
it's not... She wasn't in it at all?
No. You're thinking of like The Matrix and fucking shit like that.
Bro, she actually was in one. She was Inspector.
Okay, but that's like a completely different
But, all right.
franchise.
It wasn't her. It was... Who was the other one? What did I just say her name?
Sophie Marceau.
Yeah, that was her. And I
and
liked...
not Monica Bellucci.
Not Monica Bellucci. But... All right, whatever, dude.
Overall,
I'm wrong.
Like,
sometimes.
there's rarely like an unhot fucking Bond bitch.
Yeah, dude. Denise Richards, though, she was so fucking hot, dude, in that movie.
Mm.
And then Halle Berry, the black one, dude. One of the only black ones.
What if James Bond had sex with a black woman?
He didn't even in the one when it was him versus black people. Live and Let Die.
Oh yeah.
Versus the voodoo people in Mississippi or whatever it was. Yeah,
I gotta rewatch that one.
you're gonna rewatch the black one.
I'm gonna rewatch. I should rewatch some James Bond.
You gotta rewatch
GoldenEye.
GoldenEye, The Spy Who Loved Me.
Goldfinger's pretty good.
Goldfinger, Dr. No, the Asian guy.
Yeah. Doctor, no mean yes.
Yeah, dude. Okay, black chick the black chick was in the Times Square. People have been roasting it online. A lot of people are getting reported. I saw a thing where everyone who was saying a bad comment, they were doxing them.
Damn.
But it's a bad statue, dude.
It's a dumb stat. I don't know.
You're lucky it gets like basic.
But I mean, like, it's probably gonna get taken down silently
eventually.
in like a little while, dude.
I hate it, dude.
Because it's like it'd be one thing if it was like a fucking like, oh, here's a person that represents New York ideals, but it's like, no, it's just like, this is what we think like a fucking no. It
looks like a mom from The Wire.
Well,
dude.
it's also like, what is our opinion of like what a black woman should look like?
Yeah,
You
and
know?
what's wrong? Like, what?
Why are they afraid of like having a black woman be beautiful?
Yeah, or just like, what is this thing of like, oh, we have to show people how they are? It's like, no, it's art. You can show them however you want. Why are you showing them frumpy,
Yeah.
bad?
Made me look like a wolf.
Sorry, her tits are terrible. Also, speaking of black people, did you see Sinners?
No,
I saw it.
I'm supposed to. It's probably gonna be out on in film soon.
Anytime.
Like Love Hurts is already on Peacock. I'm gonna watch
What was
that.
Love Hurts.
Love Hurts is Short Round.
Oh, the like John Wick short.
Yeah,
round.
it's like going around like it's like John Wick nobody type shit, like, which is like my new favorite genre of
I do
film,
love
where
Nobody.
It's like dude in his 50s that can still kick a little
kicking
ass.
some ass. Dude.
Yeah,
Nobody ruled.
Yeah,
Let's not forget that shit rules.
Nobody was fucking great. What else was that? The Equalizer.
Equalizers are
Yeah.
fun. I watched all three of them. The
Yeah.
second one has a really good like final fight during a tornado. It's very underrated.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's like running through the tornado, killing people
Ah.
while it's happening. It's fucking. He kills Pedro Pascal.
Oh shit.
He cuts his neck and throws him off a smokestack.
Pedro, no.
Yeah, he's a bad guy.
Pedro's a bad guy in that.
Yeah, and he deserves
before
it.
before he got like that like successful.
Where he's in everything now.
Where now he's like everyone's dad.
I hate that dude. Yeah, he's the internet's daddy.
You
dude.
just
You're
hate. You just
disgusting,
hate like
dude.
when like a good man is like. Famous.
He's not. None of these actors are.
Yeah.
Anyone who claims people are daddy is wrong, dude.
Yeah.
These people are wrong.
Nobody has a dad.
Yeah, they're people with no dads, dude.
Like who?
I mean, my ex was a big fan.
Oh really?
She has no dad. He died from a fat disease. It happens.
Oh no.
It's not my fault. I didn't do it.
Not yet.
Yeah. No. I saw Sinners, and the chick in there's like the main guy in the movie fucks the black chick in the movie who's
Nice.
like, it's the chick. Do you watch like Loki at all?
No.
What was the one? It doesn't matter. She's the black. She's like the head of the black time traveling ladies or
Okay.
something like that, and she has huge tits. And in
Nice.
this, there's two opportunities to show her tits. One, she's getting fucked by Michael B. Jordan, which He can do better. I'm just saying. Just saying, Michael B. Jordan, you can do better. One of the twins fucks her, which is as Michael B. Jordan played both twins, so he fucks her, and then he also fucks the half white chick or whatever.
Nice.
Well, he gets to fuck an ugly chick and a hot chick. The ugly chick had huge tits, and they're fucking, and he just like lifts up her skirt, and they both don't get naked and they have sex, but her tits are facing the screen. You're like, pop them out. They don't.
Yeah.
And then at the end, he sees her in like a vision because spoiler, whatever, it doesn't matter. He sees her in a vision, and she's got her tits out, but a baby's sucking them. And then she pulls her tit out, but you don't see it. Like, it's tasteful.
Damn.
But he has huge tits. And that was one of my biggest problems with the movies, that we didn't get to see him.
Selli loves his milk.
They dangled him in front of us. And we're like, she has huge tits, but you don't get to see him. Good movie. Genuinely liked it. It is literally, though, black from dusk till dawn. It's just black from dusk till dawn.
So why would you watch that when you can watch From Dusk Till Dawn and watch Quentin Tarantino suck on
That is
beautiful
true.
little Selma Hayek's feet?
That is what this movie was lacking.
Selma Hayek is going to be on the cover of a Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition.
Oh, really?
Isn't that crazy? 58 years old,
She's
still
so
giving you a
hot, dude.
fucking boner,
She's
dude.
so hot.
Literally like giving you a boner your entire life.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
I love her, dude. Shout out
That's
Selma Hayek.
what a fucking age to be a fucking man where like women are like now like there's such a better shelf life because it used to be like honestly like let's be real up until maybe like 6 years ago
30.
a woman turns like 30 she's fucking
Death
damaged
sentence.
goods dude
You
might
might as well
just leave her
yeah,
outside.
just check her into a nursing home, dude. She's useless.
Now like it's like an investment, dude. Now like a woman is fucking beautiful from age like 14 to fucking 62.
Well,
you
they
know?
also
imagine that. Imagine a 50-year investment if you're willing to spend a little time grooming.
they're
right?
they're taking better care of themselves too.
Yeah.
Like a lot more veggies and less, I'm going to stay with this guy type thing. I like that women are figuring that out. That they
You
don't
look
have
at
to
like
stay.
photos of like people from the 70s and it's like some giant dude with like a trucker mustache is like this is a high school like senior.
It's insane.
And
dude.
it's like damn, they look like fucking adults.
Well, they're
you know?
allowed to drink back then too.
Right. Yeah.
Like
It's like,
basic-
and like nobody was wearing sunscreen.
Nope.
Nobody drink water.
Nope.
Nobody takes vitamins.
No, dude, Dazed and Confused, those kids, it's not even they're graduating. It's the last day of school for the juniors. And they're just going about, they're going out drinking that night. It's like looked like the best time.
Damn.
Doesn't that movie make you wish you were sort of, well, I guess we were still alive when we drank illegally, but during that, you're like, that looked like the best time. But it's, it's not. Because there's no Xbox or,
Yeah, there's no fucking
Internet.
online shit. Like,
yeah.
youth
got-
is nice, but like if you could have like the convenience of shit today.
Yeah. There's a lot less people running around with paddles and beating your ass
Yeah.
in. So I thought
Well, like,
that.
also like just fucking being bored, dude. I would like have to go on flights like to go visit family and shit. And this is before we had like iPads and iPods and shit, and like maybe I'd have like a CD player or
Right.
something. But it's
a
like,
Walkman.
yeah, I'm just gonna have to like listen to fucking music and just like read a book or something. Like there's nothing to do.
Yeah.
Now it's like flying is like no fucking problem. I
Yeah.
got my Steam Deck. I got my Switch.
And they have
I got
mov-
like all kinds of movies. Now like almost every flight has like a charger.
I try to
on it.
pick like 3-hour movies on flights.
Yeah.
Just to really.
Yeah,
fill
it's like time to like this is like, and also it's also like time to pick like movies I wouldn't normally like just sit
Right.
down and watch. Like,
Right. I watched Ingrid Goes to West when I went west.
Nice.
It was great, dude.
Spaghetti Goes West.
Dude, that movie rules too. We can
Nice.
talk about. But dude, I went to see Sinners, right? Went to Union Square
Okay.
in Manhattan. It went like 8:00. Didn't think anything of it. Not. This isn't even a race thing. I think everyone in the movie besides me and
Was black.
No, I think it was the first movie these people had ever seen in their lives.
Why?
Because they were reacting to things like their mind was blown, dude, by like people making dumb horror movie decisions. Like let's put it this way, because the movie's it's like dusk till dawn, so there's vampires. The movie all concludes at like this place where they're like having a party,
Nice.
and then the vampires are outside. And every time someone left to go outside, everyone in the theater was like, "Oh no, stop!" And it's like they don't know, dude. They don't know you're watching the movie. You're not in the movie. Like, relax. It was insane. And then there was this chick next to me, dude, who would repeat lines and would just talk about the movie going out. There's a scene when like everyone's dancing and she just goes out loud, oh my God, this is so fire right now. And I was just like, yo.
Is she black?
She was something. She wasn't black,
Uh-oh.
though. She was a piece of shit. And I
Like,
wish
was she like
death on
Asian?
her.
Like a Filipino,
See,
maybe?
she was kind of a little, like, she's something, she was tan. She might have been white. She was just a white
Maybe
with like
Puerto
a shitty
Rican.
spray tan. Her husband was black or whoever.
Oh,
He did not stop her at all, dude.
nice.
But fuck her, dude.
Well, that's what you get for go seeing a movie fucking in theaters.
Yeah.
What are you, a little
dude?
cinephile? Oh, I
I
gotta
am.
see it in the theater for an experience.
I
I
do like to go to the movies.
I hate seeing shit in theaters. I'd rather watch a movie at home where I can have my fucking dick out, so that way if like a bikini scene comes on, we're like
just get to it.
yeah, it's like, oh, I can just like fucking beat off. I can hit the bong whenever I want.
That's true.
It's also like at this point, like I'm trained. Like if I'm gonna watch like a movie, I'm gonna want to eat something. So it's like
100%.
So it's like it's unless Kelly really wants to see something in like the theaters, and even then like we'll probably go to like one of like those nicer theaters where they actually serve you food if you want. And it's
you don't
like,
live far from Nighthawk and stuff.
yeah.
That's nice.
We'll go to the Nighthawk and like then like it's like, oh, maybe we'll get like food thematic to the movie, but it has to be like a good movie. Like, did you see Thunderbolts,
No.
which are actually the new Avengers?
Oh God, bro.
I
No.
don't even want, dude.
I don't
You know what?
care.
You know what sucks? I'm not even excited about the idea. I don't even think it's interesting about
wow.
Marvel movies anymore.
Dude, first of all, who are these guys? There's only a few of them we know.
Right.
And it just doesn't look good, dude. No one I know's in it.
They have they made Taskmaster a chick,
and they kill her. in the
and then
movie,
they
too.
killed her. So, but maybe they're killing her just to set up actual Taskmaster showing up.
hope so.
Because like,
Sorry.
no worries, Taskmaster's a fucking good and funny villain. Like, he's an interesting dude. So if
Shouldn't have been a chick.
yeah.
Well, they made Silver Surfer a woman too. Did you see this?
Yeah, but like, who cares about Norrin? But what do they call it? Instead of Norrin Raditz, Shala Bell becomes.
I'm not excited, dude.
Who cares, dude?
The Fantastic Four has always been bad, and it was looking okay right up until then. I'm serious. Like it was like, okay, this could be all right, and then they were like, it's a girl. I was like,
maybe
dude, come on.
maybe it will be a fucking twist.
Yeah.
You know, like they might do something where it's like a false thing, but it's like it's always funny because like Marvel will take a bet on like, well, what's a character that nobody really gives a shit about, and then like, oh, surprise, they kind of do.
they
give a shit.
do. Well, it's also
Of
because
all the things to race swap, why did they do that when they should have race swapped Iron Fist?
yeah, it should have
They
been.
could have
eight,
if they really wanted to do something like make Iron Fist like a fucking Asian.
yeah.
And now we have to have like Shang-Chi. They should have just made like Shang-Chi and Iron Fist the same thing.
Well,
Because
Shang-
honestly, like how many people give a fuck about Iron Fist?
or Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
Shang-Chi did okay, and they still haven't made a sequel because it was kind of whack.
They don't know what to do with anything. They don't know what they're doing. And
No.
like, they're trying to do course correction, and they're doing course correction by trying to go back to what they thought worked, which is including the Rusev brothers, including fucking not Tony like Tony Stark, Robert Downey
yeah,
Jr.
Jr.
And then like having like these massive like big ass crossover films where clearly it's going to be another multiverse thing, you know.
Also, they act like Marvel sort of planned Marvel, but they act like it was like a full-blown everything worked plan. It's like they started it off by like siphoning you off with like, oh, here's Iron Man, here's
Right.
Thor, and they all did well, and then they made the Avengers. It's like none of these other movies have done well.
Right.
They're just like fodder for whatever.
It's been like diminishing returns for everything post Endgame.
Yeah, dude. No, nothing past
the only
Endgame
the only
has been good.
thing the only thing that did all right was like Spider-Man, but that was like also
that was a
just,
nostalgia dump.
that was just nostalgia where it was like, okay, that was cool, but it was also like I don't understand what the fuck is going on because I didn't watch any of the new Spider-Man movies.
Oh, you didn't?
I watched No Way Home or the new one Homecoming.
Yeah.
I didn't watch No Way Home.
I would hope it was okay. Far From Home is great.
They need like just like a regular Spider-Man movie where he's like a street level hero.
Well,
They were too quick to involve like a multiverse. Like now everything
Yeah.
with Spider-Man is like a multiverse
everything's
or
a
a
multiverse
Spider-Verse.
too now. Dude, they have to go back to basics where it's like, okay, who's a popular hero? Make the movie about him. And maybe now that you've mastered everyone's origin, maybe just make the movie where he's already the superhero. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if they made
They're
it
not going to give us like the best and Spider-Man has the best superhero origin.
Yeah.
So if they're not going to give us the best origin, Then give us some of the best stories where he's already established
Yeah.
as a hero. He has the best rogue gallery. They could do all kinds of
Same
stuff.
thing with Batman.
They
dude.
could even, if they wanted to, they could have like, if they want to do like the fanatical stuff, they could have him with the Avengers, and then they could have him do street level stuff where it's like he's figuring out like a gang war between Wilson Fisk, Tombstone, Hammerhead.
Oh,
And then he's like working with
sounds
like,
amazing.
Yeah, he's
dude.
working
Black
with like
Cat.
Moonlight.
Daredevil
and-
shows up because
yeah,
of Kingpin.
Yeah, all that. The Rose. Like,
Yes, dude.
there's plenty of like, Silvermane.
Yeah, dude.
there's plenty of
No,
shit they can do.
Same thing with Batman, dude. Stop making the last one I liked, but stop making Batman movies where it's like, and he goes to the cave and he finds his parents die, and then he overconquers his fear of bats, and then he goes to Arkham and he's like, things aren't working. It's like, no, start the movie, crime scene, Batman shows up, they go, what do you think? He goes, I'll be back, and it just follows him the whole movie, trying to find a crime, like stop a crime, like Joker and Riddler are.
They could do like an entire movie They could do an entire Batman movie that takes place over one night.
Exactly, that's what I mean, bro.
Yeah.
Like he finds out there's a crime, and then he goes through Gotham City trying to find out who did it, and he goes through his rogue gallery, like he pulls up on Penguin, and it doesn't even have to be a fight. That could be just a cool scene where he pulls up on Penguin and is like, Cobblepot, where have you been all night? And they just talk, but it's like, real shit. You know what I mean? Like they have like a comic book conversation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not them being like, oh yeah, are you, too bad Wayne isn't here to see this or some shit. I don't even know. Just make it cool. Like if they gave me the go ahead, I could write that. I'm serious. It's not that hard.
No, it's not.
It's just put them in the same room and you just let it go, dude. That's all people want to see. They don't want to. They don't care about Batman wooing Selena Kyle. You know what I mean? It's like just fight.
Finn, get out of there.
Even the like Mask of the Phantasm, dude. That's like a perfect Batman movie,
Yeah.
dude. That's a cartoon.
And that was also an origin.
Exactly, dude. It's so good. I love the scene in that when Batman's looking at Bruce Wayne's looking at the photos of old gangsters, and he's like, wait a minute. And he draws a smiley face on one, and he's like, no, it's the Joker the whole time. It's like world's greatest detective.
Like, it can't be.
Yeah, he does like, it can't be. And he goes, what? And it's like, ah! Dude,
That was awesome, dude.
The opening to that's great, especially because the Phantasm guy sends the bad guy out of a building, out of a parking garage into another building, and that's it. They don't even show his body. You're just like, yeah, no one survives that, dude.
He's dead.
He's dead as fuck.
I think the best Batman animated opening is the Batman Beyond Return
yeah,
of the
the
Joker
gun
unrated.
Points the gun.
Yeah.
Oh wait, you mean Return of the Joker?
Yeah. Batman Beyond Return of the Joker.
What's the opening of that? That's not the gun.
That's the one where the Jokers are stealing some computer supplies.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it starts with like the Splice Joker that's like
Woof.
half hyena. Yeah.
Woof. I know my stuff.
And then it's
dude.
like, like they're about to, all right, we got to get out of here. And then it's like, you're up awfully late for a school night, huh? And there's like this one, especially like in the unrated edition, it has like this
bonk
shot where it's like, it's Batman. It's like 360-degree camera shot where he's literally fighting off all of the Jokers. They're coming at him one at a time. And he's like fighting them all off. And then it goes to that scene where they escape and they get on the jets to fly off with the computer technology. And that scene where Batman jumps after them and he's following them down the tube, and then he just breaks out into Neo Gotham, and there's that light breaks, and it just, you see like the entire skyline, and it's like, oh damn, like they really topped the animation.
Yeah, dude.
It holds up, dude.
I love Batman
I can't
Beyond.
believe it's like a 25-year-old fucking film, dude.
Dude, I'm glad we brought this up. I'm going to watch that now just because I love Batman Beyond so much, and you've triggered me. Dude, you know what I watched this week that I'm blowing through it? Men in Black, the animated series.
Oh yeah, that's had some decent animation.
Dude, it's so fucking good, bro. It's on Tubi. If anyone's listening, just check it out. It's on Tubi.
That's where our friend Ron Irving also has his comedy
specials on Tubi. Dude, it's so fucking good. It references the movie a lot, but it's also so violent, dude, because everyone in it's like either aliens or people in suits.
Right.
So they just rip people's skin off, or rip them in half, they blow up into ooze.
Right, like the
gun guy.
Yeah, like the
Jeebs. Jeebs, every episode they blow his head off.
Well, like the whole I'm trying to think. Like the rating system was basically like you can't have violence towards people or animals, but you can do it towards aliens or robots.
Dude, they send one of their villains to the sun. It's insane. They kill so many people in the show, like just random aliens and stuff. It's awesome.
Remember that bounty hunter that always wears a trench coat?
Yes, and he's a kangaroo.
Yeah, he takes it off, and it's his body was all like compacted.
Bro, I know his name too. Yeah, he's badass. Yeah. Oh fuck, dude, I know his name, and damn it, it's fine. The dude, crazy episodes. This episode has so much in it. There's an episode where aliens are flying blimps into the World Trade Center, and they prevent them from doing it.
That's right. Yeah,
and I did if you guys are listening and you go to my Instagram,
reel.
I did a reel about it, and it got nothing because I referenced 9/11 and that fact that George Bush is the orchestrator of it. Either way, please go give it a like or two because it's sitting there, and I really thought it would do way better than this, but it's fine.
It's kind of crazy. Like there's so much like lore with the Men in Black that they haven't been able to make like a successful sequel.
Yeah, dude, the second and third one are nowhere as good.
No.
Like they don't even hold a candle.
They
to
should
the
have
first one.
they never should have brought Kay back.
Yeah, no, exactly. Let him go, dude.
They need to like let him go, and they needed to have like basically like it should have been like Agent J. They should have just kept like the fucking woman he was partnered with.
Yeah, she's great
end.
too. I love her. She's so hot. Her voice.
Yeah, they should have kept them as like a team. But then, like, they're like working on training like a whole new generation.
Yeah.
They should have just made the whole thing about. They could have made it more about like Agent J and his adventures.
Yeah. That's what the show does.
Yeah.
But Kay's in it too.
Kay's in it too.
And he's
like,
younger.
They don't know how to make it work. So I guess it's like a somewhat alternate universe where Kay just doesn't retire.
Yeah,
or
he
something.
didn't retire. He's just there, bro. There's an episode too, dude. In that same episode, I'm pretty sure the 9/11 one, dude. Kay forgets who he is. All the way back to before he was in Men in Black.
Right, yeah.
And, bro, he goes to find his dad. And when he visited his dad, dude, I almost started crying. It was brutal.
Because you lost your father recently.
No. It was just sad. Because he's like, where have you been? And he's like, I've been away. And it's just, dude, it's so sad. I'm getting teared up thinking about it.
Oh, daddy.
Either way. But then it was really, and he was like, are you okay? And he's like, I'm fine. And he was like, oh, it's horrible, dude. Anyway. Ed Asner does the voice of his dad.
Oh,
he's a really old
powerful,
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is a great like old guy. He's like, "Where have you been, son?" He's like, Are you the one who took my son?" It's so heartbreaking to watch because you're like, he was waiting for him like the whole time. Anyway,
Damn, really
it's
makes
fine.
you think.
It does, but dude, holds up. A lot of people die. The aliens are sick.
You love it when people die.
Yeah, dude. I love cartoons when I was a kid when they did go there. Like, that's why I love Batman Beyond, Justice League. Like, you forget when you watch it and you're like, they just killed that guy. Like, Batman in Justice League Unlimited gets taken over by Deadman, and then Deadman shoots Black Manta into an electric current. Like, he shoots him into an electric panel and it kills him. And then Deadman comes out of Batman, and Batman, like, lets go of the gun in like shock that he did that. Disgust, exactly. And bro, that's crazy.
It really makes you think.
It's just, I love when the cartoons from when we were kids showed death.
Yeah.
Because I was a kid, I knew people died and shit. So I'd watch, like, you ever watch the old G.I. Joes? Whenever they shoot, like, they blow up a plane Cobra was in, and then a bunch of guys jump out with parachutes. You're like, the fuck is this? They're always parachuting on
Standards
time?
and practices, man. It was different back then.
I don't like it, dude. I love when a cartoon character dies. Dude, remember Superman, the animated series? Who dies? What's his name?
Turpin. Dan Turpin.
Dude, that was crazy as a kid to see.
When Superman punches Darkseid, and he was like, that's for Dan Turpin.
Yeah,
he was like,
dude.
who? He was like, the good man you killed. And he was like, oh, if I knew one person's death would affect you so much, I would have committed a genocide.
No, it's so
like,
well written, bro.
It's like, damn, dude.
Dude, anyway, I highly suggest anyone listening checks out Men in... Also, they also uploaded, which I'm watching in tandem, Jackie Chan Adventures, bro.
By same art team.
It is?
They're both, yeah.
Really?
That's why stylistically, the fluid animation looks so good in those.
Dude, it's, again, holds up, bro. I'm loving it. I'm
Do they
trying.
have does Tubi have commercials? Probably.
Yeah, they do. They do. That's the
Yeah.
only problem. But I do, bro. I've been waiting to see Jackie Chan Adventures again because I used to watch that every fucking Saturday, and I did remember loving it. And I'm rewatching and just going like, "This is good. It's
Banger.
good." And I know it gets crazier and crazier because
Boy fighting Zhao. Boy they fighting Zhao.
what's that? What's that? Uncle
Uncle's
say?
fucking
His
yeah.
thing. One more thing. He did it first episode. I was like, this is so good. Anyway, yeah, dude. That's. I'm trying to think of any other like silly things I saw this week, but that was it. I saw that lady called the kid the N-word. Did you see that?
Oh, that mom.
600K, bro. We gotta call some kids the N-word.
Well, we need to get in trouble, and then we can be like, "Hey, help us be racist on the
Yes,
fucking internet."
dude. What's his name? Like the bit. He's like the new Ben Shapiro. The guy who was like,
Lex
"What is
Fridman?
a woman?" No. The guy Matt Walsh. I think he
Oh,
contributed.
God, what
yeah.
a bunch of fucking retards.
Dude, why? This is the thing too. I could see, like, I know there's another version of me that went full conservative. The thing that stopped me really hard in my tracks was everyone in it's a fag, dude. They're all nerds. Like, if you listen to Ben Shapiro and like really, like, I can't listen to him, bro.
Why would you listen to him?
Well, his voice, number one, is terrible. He's not always wrong, but his voice is terrible, so I can't listen
He's
to
a
him.
fucking nerd, dude. He's
Candace
like,
Owens, again, no ass. Can't listen to
It
her.
sounds like when Ben Shapiro talks about shit, it sounds like a kid describing Lord of the Rings.
Let me tell you
like
something.
a fucking
Yeah.
nerd.
Well-
trying to explain like why Aragorn was
Yeah.
meant to be the fucking one true king, and
Yeah.
it's like, dog.
Aragorn is actually supposed to be the true king because Gondor.
If you follow the
crown.
lineage,
Yeah,
and
shut
it's
the
like,
fuck up.
God damn, dude. For 1,000
Legolas
years.
is cooler.
Yeah.
He grabbed the horse and did the flip thing, and he went down
Yeah,
skateboarded
but
on a shield.
Aragorn did have the coolest alias, which is Strider.
That is pretty badass.
Strider, like opening scene, he's just like fucking smoking. With
I
a
do
hood
like
up.
Aragorn a lot.
Yeah, dude. Aragorn, fucking
Dude.
and he's banging a fucking elf.
Yeah.
and it's like, hey, bitch, I'm gonna die, and she's like, I don't care. The dick is so good.
Yeah, and he left the chick who actually cared about him behind.
Yeah, dude.
The badass chick.
Yeah, dude. I am no man
Yeah.
when she kills the fucking Witch
dude,
King.
you know what's crazy?
In fact, why don't we fucking watch the Lord of the Ring extended
Just put
edition
it on.
trilogy right now?
Dude, that as a kid was like, that makes sense. Like tracks.
Shit
You know what I
rules.
mean? Even as a kid, I was like, oh, no, that's the language. She's a woman. Of course she would kill him.
I remember like one of the first times I got like high. We watched like Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring extended edition, and I was just like, I remember like they hadn't even left the Shire, and I felt like it had been like 5 hours, and I was like, oh my god, dude, like I'm actually gonna go on like a years long journey with these hobbits. Like it's gonna be like a 1-to-1 recreation. Like I'm gonna have to nap and sleep.
I have a full confession, bro. I've never actually fully watched the entire Return of the King.
You'd hate it.
I
You'd
did
hate it.
I probably like it. It's just
No,
it's
you'd
so
hate
long. I've always fallen asleep. Even when I saw
You
it in
hate
theaters, fell
sword and
asleep.
sorcery type
I
shit.
love sword and sorcery.
You hate
kidding
it,
me?
dude.
I want to watch it
You're like, how
its
when's this
entirety.
Liv Tyler bitch gonna take her top off?
for real.
And then like you get mad when there's no nudity.
There's not the whole movie.
I feel like Lord of the Rings, like those Lord of the Rings movies, that was like the last time they really, truly, in a great way, married puppetry
Yeah.
with computer technology.
Holds again.
And it looks, everything looks great, but now it's, you know, and even with The Hobbit too, you could kind of tell, like CGI just took over in the worst
they didn't
ways.
do enough puppetry.
Like CGI should be like a spice used to enhance something.
They're
But now
slowly
it's like
figuring
it's
that
all
out.
CGI.
It's cheaper because if you put your heart and soul into that other shit, they just
But like the puppetry, it looks more real.
It does.
Like, you know.
because your brain, even though you know it's a puppet, you're like, well, that's physically there.
Right.
And when you see
It occupies the space.
exactly CGI, you see it's like AI. You notice the fakeness right away, and you're like,
There's like an absence of space.
yeah, and you just
Yeah.
you don't like it. It's you know what had great CGI too? Hellboy. Remember Hellboy was like
Golden Army.
that one was fine. I mean the original, like the Samael,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
demon monsters. They look great. The Aragorn too. You know? Did you know when he kicks the helmet, he broke his toe? in
Everyone
real life?
knows that,
Yeah,
dude.
it's cool.
Everyone fuck. That's like the biggest thing. Everyone collectively like rushes to mention how
Ooh, yeah.
Viggo Mori. Oh, he broke his toe, and he didn't even
Where's
fucking.
he, dude?
I think he's like one of those guys where he made his egg
He made
and like
great movies,
and
dude.
then it's like unless like something like speaks to him,
I guess
he doesn't really need to do. He doesn't need to like.
he did Green Book.
Yeah, that was a powerful film.
I didn't see it, but I heard a lot of people shitted on it. Just
What if an Italian didn't
Yeah.
hate a black guy? It's like, damn, that sounds pretty crazy. It's like, Vigo, I thought you were moving away from fantasy.
dude, his Cronenberg shit's fucking amazing. History of Violence and what's the other one? Fuck. Eastern Promises, dude.
Yes.
The naked fight. It does not get me hard. It doesn't do anything.
Right.
For
Don't
me.
lie to me.
You can see his.
Don't lie to me,
his
Tom.
wang here and there. He didn't get any chub. You can tell, but you wouldn't be chubbed in that scene. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude.
Like you can't get hard when you're getting stabbed.
I don't know. Maybe.
The blood leaves, dude.
I don't know. The adrenaline. That's what everyone would say.
Well, dude, we did it. I
What
mean,
a
if you want to
fucking
keep going, we
masterpiece.
can. But I'm
No, you're beat, dude. You're fucking. You're fighting for your fucking life, dude.
We did it though, dude. I researched stuff, and look at that. We didn't have any
It was
lulls at
incredible,
all,
dude. It was the
perfect.
most solid
I had
fucking
more,
podcast,
too.
dude.
That's the other thing.
What was the other thing you were going to talk about?
I looked up Reddit, and there was. Well, we can go through it real quick. Actually, there was. Sorry, I just got to pull it because I saved the articles.
What's your name on Reddit?
Oh, this is.
Oh,
yeah,
it's just one of those automatic
I have
ones.
one. I got to change it, and I have another Reddit. I have to sync this up with. Ooh, Tekken 8 director reveals plans for Waffle House stage. But he was trying to contact the chain, and they haven't gotten back to him. But he said no matter what, they're making it a Waffle House fighting stage. And I just thought,
Black character.
black character, exactly. Like King's in there, and they're like, "We was kings,
Ah.
we was kings. That's our thing. You're taking our thing." And he's like, "I'm a fucking leper-headed man." And then they
Yeah.
are like, get out, you colonizer." And he's like,
was
"I'm literally a jaguar-headed man." And he's black. Isn't King black?
Probably.
Yeah. So, yeah. And then, they just have, they're supposed to have, like, the fight, because Waffle Houses fight all the time.
Right.
So, I thought that King riff was good enough, though, for it.
It's an incredible riff, Alex.
Yeah, Tekken 8, dude. I always played as King. I don't know about you.
Yeah, of course. He was the coolest looking one.
So cool, dude. We unlocked Gon. Did you know Gon was in that game?
No.
The little dinosaur Gon. Gon.
Oh, yeah.
One of his moves, he farts on you.
Oh, is that? That's
I
tight,
like that.
dude.
That made you laugh. Oh, yeah. So, and there were a few other. There was, Chappie. Oh, a woman in British classic snaggletooth culture. Chat GBD brings me to orgasms only with words. My husband, who husband has never been able to do it in 20 years of marriage. She files for divorce and gets married to AI. Charlotte's story.
Uh-oh, dude.
Dude, and it was her basically being like, yeah, I was 21, I married this guy, he knocked me up, thought I was in love, wasn't. And after 20 years, I finally figured out I'm in love with ChatGPT. And she apparently, like, it tells her shit, and she comes to it all the time, and she divorced her husband.
Damn.
She says it's hard to explain to her friends and family, but she doesn't care.
The heart wants what it wants.
I guess if dude, this is the thing. You should be coming with the person you're dating, right? Isn't that like a thing?
I mean, that's the idea.
Right? Whatever, dude. I'll just
Are you worried that, like, you might lose another woman to a machine now?
Maybe. I mean, I do all right, dude. I'm not going to lie.
you do okay, man.
I do, I lay it down, brother.
Yeah, you put it out there,
shit.
brother, man.
I put the
Shit.
key in and I lock that motherfucker up. You know what I'm saying? Shit. I break them off. Shit. They don't even want to go round 2. Know what I'm saying, dude? I'm saying round 3, 4. They be like, shit, I'm tired. I'm like, well, why don't you shake your ass out of here? That's Eddie Murphy.
Fuck yeah.
That's it.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, follow me at Selli on Instagram. Check out Yes Offense. Hopefully, I'll have an episode out after you hear this. It'll be the following week. So check that out. And there's a fuck. Oh, May 30th, Concentric Brewing Company in Portland, Connecticut. Please come to that show. It really means a lot. If I don't get enough tickets, I'm not going to be able to do shows there anymore.
Uh-oh.
Which is real fun. That's kind of a fun thing. Or I'll have to pay, but I'm not paying,
We got to come together and save the community center, kids.
Yeah, and then June 14th, I'll be at the Elbow Room with Danny Fallon and Alejandra Jimenez and Patrick McKinstry. I'm headlining. Please come out to that. It'll be a lot of fun. And subscribe to the Instagram, guys. I appreciate the one guy who did this week and or last week. And thanks for watching the Big T episode, guys. Hopefully you guys, all of you, more of you can come watch the solo apps. That'd be nice. I think this one was fun.
I think this one was huge, dude. As always, you can follow me on social media at Joe W. Gorman. That's also my gamer tag for PlayStation and Xbox. Feel free to add me on those. I'm just playing video games, man. I don't do comedy anymore. I've officially been blacklisted. Unfortunately, I don't know if I'll ever do comedy again, dude. So just play video games with an old man before it's too late, dude. And then we'll see you next week. Same Super Selli Joe's time. Same Super Selli Joe's place.
Hell yeah.
Bye.
Bye.